I think we all have to admit that there's a part of each and every one of us that is addicted to spending. And maybe that's not inherently bad, but it does need to be talked about and it does need to be addressed. How deep is the materialistic? How deep is the thoughts of consumerism embedded into our psyche, our consciousness? Guys, this is kind of a follow-up off of my last video. Every single time I make a video encouraging people to just wake up a little bit, have a little bit of accountability, or maybe even change some of their habits, there's always going to be those people in the comment section that always just have to play antagonist just because. They always just have to be the contrarian. They always just have to be that person. Now that's life, and everybody's not going to agree with you, and that's totally fine. But why do folks get offended or defensive when you talk about you wanting to improve your financial habits or your habitual pitfalls in life? There were so many people in my last video that's doing decently well saying like, hey, well, you're just broke, or hey, I can spend because I want to spend, or hey, life is meant to be spent, life is meant to be used, life is meant to be, have a little fun, all this stuff. And to me, I'm always like, where did I say any of those things about not having fun? Where did I say any of those things about not enjoying the fruits of your labor? I said to have control, be wise, and not just subconsciously spend your money on stupid things and things that don't really matter. Now, when I say things that don't really matter, there is luxury things, there's leisure things that brings people comfort. Those things are fine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the things that you're so used to habitually spending that when you wake up, you have no idea where your money has gone. You have no idea where all of that hard work, all of those hourly time that you put in at the clock, you have no idea where it went. So for me, it's like spending is like ingrained in our psyche. And when we address that, we get defensive of all things. Imagine getting defensive about me saying that we should stand up to corporations about them raising their prices, shrinkflation, inflation. Imagine getting defensive about that. How could you get defensive about that unless you're on their payroll? To me, people also hear the words budget and they think it means sacrifice. Budget doesn't mean sacrifice. Budget just means being a good steward of the money that you have in a planned and concise way. Why is the word budget so looked down upon in today's society? Well, I guess I know why, because today's society promotes consumerism. Today's society promotes materialistic values. And today's society is ran by the thought of just buy. And for me, I don't understand how good stewardship has turned into this thing of a scarcity mindset. Good stewardship should be the foundation in which we proceed with multiple venues and avenues of our life, especially our money, because money is one of the easiest things. Money is so fleeting. Money comes and goes so fast. It's imperative that you're a good steward of your money because it can come and go so darn fast. So when did budgeting become uncool? When did budgeting get this bad stigma behind it? Like, oh, I gotta go without. No, budgeting is helping you go with more. Budgeting is helping what you've done today and yesterday go farther for the future. It goes farther for tomorrow. So where did budgeting become uncool? Think about some of the habitual habits you have. Without budgeting, your spending is out of control. Without budgeting, we spend things on every single little thing. And then it doesn't help that everything's monetized in today's world. It doesn't help that everything has a price, everything has a membership, everything has a fee, right? So why is it a bad thing to be a good steward of your money, to be conscious of where your money's going, and to call out your own habitual pitfalls? People get defensive in the comment section, attacking me or attacking some of my views because I'm trying to do better. I never said you have to do it. I said it's the no buy rebellion for me. I'm in. You don't have to be in. Just watch the video, dislike it, or whatever you're going to do, and we'll go from there. But I'm not telling any of my viewers that they have to do anything. That's never been my channel's angle. My channel's angle has always been enlightenment, wisdom, courtesy, integrity, and just learning more about this process called life, man. Learning more about our money, learning more about our ownership, our assets. Why do you get so offended by that? I think I know why. Because the culture of consumerism is so ingrained and embedded into our psyche that we get defensive for the companies. The companies don't even need to defend themselves because there's going to be people like that in the comment section defending the companies because they want to spend their money. You can spend your money however you like, but you have no jurisdiction on how I want to spend and proceed with my money. So why does that offend you? I never said I'm better than people who spend money. Even if I am broke, which you have no idea what's going on, why would you respond to that? My video, waking people up with that sort of sentiment. It shows me how deeply embedded this all is, man. And, you know, wow. Like, guys, wake up for a second. No one's saying that, oh my gosh, we can't go buy food. Oh my gosh, we can't put car in the car. That's not what a true and real call to action sounds like, guys. That's just being ignorant. That's just being petty. It's called putting your money where it's actually going to bring you the most value for the time that you traded for it, because your time is so darn important. That is the essence of why people are trying to wake up. That is the essence of why people are trying to be more aware and cognizant of what's going on with their finances and their wealth. Why does that offend you? Why does that make you uneasy? Have you ever thought to look into the psychology of why you respond the way you respond? When I used to talk about my Camry and my cars, people would get offended because they were like, well, you're going to be driving that crap box. You're going to be driving that crap box. Whoa, I didn't say you had to give up yours. What are you so mad about? I didn't say you had to give up yours. I said, here's why I drive a 25-year-old car, which I still have the Camry in the family, even though I don't actively drive it as much. But that was my reasoning. So maybe people in my comment section or my audience could tell me, why do folks get so offended and defensive when it comes to these sort of things? Is it because you're challenging what they know? And in that case, why can't we just have a discussion instead of resorting to insults? None of these things truly bother me, but I do have to say it is quite unfortunate. It is quite unfortunate that this psychological seed is in so many of the modern Americans or modern consumers. I can't say Americans. I don't know who all watch my channel. So just know, folks will be offended by whether you're trying to do well for yourself or not. You just have to do what matters to you and your family. That's the key, number one. I want to have a good discussion in the comment section down below. Y'all let me know. What is this psychology? We got to dig into the psychology. I cannot wait to get my hands on the psychology of money, because if you think my channel has a good content that focuses on, this type of stuff now, wait till I read that book. Wait till I get more knowledge in my book, in my pocketbook, and then share it with you guys. We're really going to start growing then. We're really going to make people uncomfortable then. Until then, God bless you guys. I love y'all, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Share the videos. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.